Good morning from Mount Rainier National Park and from Dege Peak. It's quite early in the morning. It's about, well, what time is it? I don't have my watch on. It's 5:32 a.m. We're just a few minutes before sunrise. We've walked out about 2 miles from the sunrise parking lot to Dege Peak. There's really nice morning glow on the eastern horizon. The obvious shot is Mount Rainier, but for this first composition, I'm looking down into the Palisades Valley at a series of lakes. And so there's a wonderful leading line of the ridge, which leads you out to the morning glow on the horizon. It's quite a long exposure. I do have some foreground, so I'm shooting this at f/14, and that gives me a 25-second exposure. I do have a 3-stop hard edge ND filter because even at this time the horizon is really bright, and that allows me to expose for the valley and the midground and bring out more of that shadow detail. So I'm going to go ahead and take this now and see what else I can find. Just had some hikers come by. I think I startled them a little bit. Yeah, so this is the composition here. This deadwood in the foreground, and then Mount Rainier in the background. A little bit of topography. We're looking at the east side of Mount Rainier. This prominent kind of triangle-shaped feature here is called Steamboat Prow, and the Emmons Glacier is the largest glacier on the mountain, which is it's also the biggest glacier on the east side. So we're looking at the Winthrop and the Emmons Glacier. You're also looking at Little Tahoma, which is this peak to the south. And the Willis Wall is the other prominent feature here on the north side. Yeah, so just a little bit of topography and the makeup of Mount Rainier. This is a 14,410 foot volcanic peak in Washington State. And we're now photographing the east side, and this is the Sunrise Visitor Center in Sunrise Valley. Many people say that you could drop them here and they would think they're in Switzerland, and I would have to agree. So still want to take advantage of this wonderful morning light and go ahead and capture this next image. These morning conditions in an alpine environment, you really have to act quickly. And so the top of Mount Rainier is just now catching the morning light. This nice, wonderful yellow orangish glow from about 10,000 feet to the top. And so this only lasts for about maybe 5 minutes, and then the entire mountain will be washed out with color. And so I want to capture this quickly, so I've taken a couple shots. So I'll show you the difference. I'll show you the composition with no morning light on the peak, and then the one I just took that has the morning sunlight catching the summit, and from about the 10,000 foot level up to the summit of Mount Rainier. Let me know what you think. I got 2 images that I'm pretty happy with. The earlier image looking to the east, and then this recent one looking at Mount Rainier. I did pack this heavy 100 to 400 Sony G Master with me, so I'm going to use it. I'm now looking over at the Cowlitz chimneys, and while there's not a lot of color or interest in the sky, it does give them the opportunity to break out the long lens. I'm shooting this at about, looks like about 150 millimeter, but tight in on the glaciers, looking over at toward the Cowlitz chimneys. So for this, I'm basically still underexposing just a touch, but I'm able to open back up to f9. That gives me 1/40th of a second with a 2-second delay, and looks pretty good. I don't think it's a portfolio image. It really needs some. It has good color and contrast, but it needs some interest in the atmosphere. I'm going to play around with the long lens a little bit more, and we'll stay with me and see what we can find. I talked about the Emmons Glacier being the largest on the mountain. For this composition, I still have some nice morning light and morning color on the lower part of the mountain. The upper mountain is now washed out, but this is more of an abstract shot using the capability of the 100 to 400. I'm about 350 millimeters, and I'm zoomed in on the crevasses that make up the lower terminus of the Emmons Glacier, and I'm using a line of basically dirt and rock to transect the frame roughly on the left third. But I'm pretty happy with the interest in detail and pattern in this composition, and so I'm not quite sure on the crop yet. Maybe I'll take a look at it when I get home on the computer, but I may adjust the crop to bring out more character in the image, but for right now I'm shooting it at the standard 3x2. Well, I guess that's going to do it. We've had our coffee. Light's pretty well washed out everything, so I'm going to end it here. Short video today, but yeah, thanks for coming along to Dege Peak in the sunrise area of Mount Rainier National Park. Hope you enjoyed the video. Always appreciate a thumbs up if you do, and if you want to continue to get updates and follow me as a landscape photographer, then consider hitting the subscribe button. And until next time, I'll see you in the next video.
Around it, which kills the wind noise. I'll just get one of them. Yeah, it's good, very good. But I tend to use a smaller Canon camera for most of my